Okay, so I'm going to try and take advantage of this while I have a minute here. But first of all, this is for educational purposes. This is not a recommendation to buy, sell, or trade, or even think about trading or dabbling in the stock market. So what do we got going on today? We got our new interface up here in the background. We got the terminal. We've got our source code, our alerts notification system, and our visualization layer. So in here we can run a trade simulation. Let's just run them real quick. We'll just say, okay, boom. Is it working? Okay, you can see in the background it's doing stuff. So the strategy mapper interface and the strategy manager interface are where it's all at. So we create some new strategies here, and we'll do that in a second. Strategy mapper is, let's just say, what do we want? We could pick any of these guys. Just, okay, we'll use this one as an example, and we'll say strategy mapper. We can pick any one of these strategies. Which ones do we want to pick and assign to Amazon? We can save it or not, and it'll be updated. So what is our strategy? Let's create a new strategy. Entry. Demo 2 time of day. That text. Oh, we don't put that text. So we created a new strategy. I have to refresh because I don't have all the bugs worked out yet, but entry, demo 2 time of day. Here we go, we edit this. Alright. I got a little blurb here, which is basically buying every other minute. All the rest of this stuff is nothing, but we need this. You can take all the rest of this out because it doesn't even matter. So this is our new strategy here. Save. Boom. Let's create another one. Exit. Demo 2 time of day. Bammo. I gotta refresh. Exit 2 time of. Where are we? Here we go. Bomo. Okay. Now you may notice I just noticed a bug. So not a bug, but I used the wrong time patterns up here. So entry. I want these to be these. Okay, so these are every on the minute. Bomo. Save. Boom. Okay. So that is now we go and we map that. Forget all this noise, and we say boom, 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 updated. I did notice, and I'm going to do this because I noticed one bug, is that the back end doesn't actually get that info yet. So I have to kind of control break it and restart the web server so it actually has it. And I can see here now, okay. Man strategies, we can see update Amazon. Well, we don't want to update any of them. Huh, it doesn't have them in there. No. It's assigned, but interesting. Okay, well, we find out all sorts of fun stuff as we go through this thing. So, Bomo, let's just... Oh, we gotta start the web server again. Okay, Bamo. Alright, so let's run this guy. Turn that down a little bit. We'll just say these are our query dates. So it's gonna just use this as a bump. I'll run the backtester. And then we can see our results over here. What happened? Do we have... What did we get? We got an exception here. I wanted to get this working before the market shut itself off, but what happened? We had an exception. Let's run this thing again. Entry, exit. No, we don't get. Oh, because that's in there. We don't need that in there. Okay, so let's go back and run the memo. Yep. Let's let it finish. There we go. Okay, so it just went and bought and sold every 2 minutes, and the market's over, so I can't really show it live. I wanted to show this thing live and see it actually throw in some demo data, but this is where it's at. This is what it would have done given the current assigned strategy. We just bought and sold every minute. Not sure why we're missing something. Probably just visualization here, but who knows. Is what it is. That's where it's at. And then I'll come back and I'll probably run this trade manager here, but I wanted to show off the strategy mapper, which pick your strategy manager, edit and create and assign, and then you can kind of simulate what's going on over here. And then these two buttons here are, for example, and I don't know how it works if I have strategies assigned at the same time, but I can run it on these dates and times for a simulated trade. And let's see what it did. Okay, so I think I have to strategy mapper, remove all of the strategies, probably restart the web server. We got no strategies assigned. Home. Use that as the trade test date and see what it does. Okay, so 12:30 and 3:40, and then we have a nice little trade report here. Just kind of curious what would happen if we ran this thing and just said buy and sell every. Let's do our demo. Home, run. Don't need that stuff, so run the back tester. Wait. Oh, see, it said no strategies to evaluate. So, okay, yep. It's breaking. So, for one reason or another, it just doesn't synchronize 100% with the back end, but let's see what happens as it pumps out some results for us here. What does our trade report show? P&L, $7. So let me guess, in general we're down $7 from wherever it started. 185, and we're somewhere around 180 or 178. So if we bought and sold every minute, and we'd be about average. We're just selling the overall movement. We can start to see some statistics, and it's going to get interesting when we have some indicators to run through here. And then the idea is going to also be just, hey, dynamically reverse engineer and go back through all these and see what's actually profitable. Well, built this little piece. I thought it was cool. It was fun. I'm going to put it out there, and let me know if there's any feedback, comments, or questions. And I'll put out there the GitHub repo. Follow along if you want this code. Pretty simple. It's like 30,000 something lines of code or something like that. I forget. Let's see. Oh, no. Count. 35. It's just a little over 33,000. Just code lines. All right. That's it. Peace out.